This episode of Nerdist News is sponsored by Nintendo's The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening game. Smallville is officially joining the Arrowverse? All right, people, this is not a drill. We repeat, this is not a drill. Last month, we put our wishes out into the universe, and the universe has answered. Tom Welling, who played Clark Kent in Smallville, will be reprising his iconic take on Kal-El in the CW's upcoming Crisis on Infinite Earths mega crossover. For those of you who don't know, Crisis on Infinite Earths is an upcoming event for shows in and related to the CW's DC character television shows, known as the Arrowverse. Based on the iconic 1985 comic book event by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, the story focuses on heroes from across the DC multiverse teaming up to save the entirety of existence. And for those of you who also don't know, Welling played Clark Kent for 10 years on Smallville, and arguably, Smallville's success can probably be credited as the basis for the modern superhero television landscape. As we said earlier, last month, we speculated on the possibility of Tom Welling joining the crossover event, but those hopes were seemingly dashed when Welling himself said at this year's Fan Expo that nobody had talked to him about appearing in Crisis, which was a huge bummer to fans of early 2000s sweater and flannel fashions. But in a turn of events that seem reminiscent of the Smallville theme song, Somebody Saved Us. And now, EW has confirmed that Tom Welling will in fact appear as Clark Kent in the crossover. Whew. That was a lot of work to get a Smallville theme song joke in there, but it was worth it if you got it stuck in your head right now. As for the casting news, executive producer Mark Guggenheim had this to say. For 8 years, Arrow has stood on the shoulders of Smallville. Simply put, there would be no Arrow and no Arrowverse without it. So, when we first started talking about Crisis on Infinite Earths, our first, second, and third priorities were getting Tom to reprise his iconic role as Clark Kent. To say that we're thrilled would be a Superman-sized understatement. Welling is just the latest actor joining other luminaries known for their past DC roles, like famed Robin actor Burt Ward, and of course, one of the biggest gets being iconic Batman voice actor Kevin Conroy, who will make his live-action DC debut playing an older Bruce Wayne.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman!
And Tom is not the first Superman set to appear in Crisis, or the second, but the third. Tyler Hoechlin will appear as the Superman he plays in Supergirl, and Brandon Routh, who already is in DC's Legends of Tomorrow, will reprise the version of the Man of Steel he portrayed in 2006's Superman Returns. Now, with the huge scope that this event seems to be taking, it certainly seems to be shaping up as one of the most ambitious crossovers of all time. Sorry, Infinity War. And it has us wondering if there might be more casting news that is being kept under wraps. Like, could we get Terry Hatcher and Dean Cain to reprise their versions of Lois and Clark? Or could Linda Carter also slap on the Wonder Woman tights again? While some of them already have roles in the DC TV shows, Brandon Routh is double dipping, so it is possible. However, our absolute biggest wish is that Mark Hamill will return, not as the Trickster, who he played in The Flash, but as an older Joker to pair up against Kevin Conroy's Bruce Wayne. We can dream. Honestly, we still have one major question about Tom Welling's appearance. Will he finally wear the tights for real? Because the costume he wore in the Smallville finale was CGI. We guess we will have to wait until Crisis on Infinite Earths debuts on the CW in December. But what do you folks think? Are you excited for Tom Welling to appear in Crisis on Infinite Earths? What other actors would you like to see reprise roles in the crossover? And name a TV show opening song more catchy than Smallville's Somebody Save Me. Let's discuss. Thanks again to Nintendo's The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening game for sponsoring today's episode. Prepare to embark on an exciting adventure after Link has been washed ashore on the reimagined Koholint Island. To find his way home, Link must use all of his skills and weapons as he fights his way past moblins, Octoroks, and even Goombas? Relive the classic story September 20th on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite systems.